from Nashville.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
So here come the Texans now for their 1st drive.
Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills. Throwing, Mills.
David Johnson here on the catch. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Mills going to keep it on the option right.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Mills.
got his target, Chris Conley. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. From the 31, Mills. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
It was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that third and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those third down conversions are going to be huge in this one.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. David Johnson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches.
A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 77 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Johnson jostles free, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mills now. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Mills to throw it. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 29, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Derrick Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Titans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry from a yard away, bowling his way in. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Working out of the gun, Mills. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
It's caught outright, Amendola. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. Amendola's got it, complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd and 2. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mills now on 2nd down. And he'll get this underneath to David Johnson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play that time for the Titans.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mills. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go option to the short side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And Bullock will put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Houston set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they... Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.